Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Constructors, Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their open mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, and here are the specials for the week of October 23rd. Enjoy all-natural, thick-cut Iowa chops for $1.88 per pound, extra meaty pork loin back ribs for $3.99 per pound, and bacon-wrapped pork tenderloin, 2 for $5 for 6 ounces of meat. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa. Beginning October 13th, customers can take advantage of great cash and financing options on hot spring spas. Get up to $1,000 off a new High Life Collection spa or $500 off a new Limelight Collection spa when you pay in full, or get 0% APR for 60 months when you finance. This amazing offer ends October 23rd. Visit them at 33rd and Pioneers to learn more on how you can fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is a victory Monday. I went 3-0 this weekend. Nebraska football,
That's right,
Nebraska volleyball, Denver Bronco football. Nick, 2-1's not bad.
2-1 is not bad. I'll take 2-1.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I had to pick a team to lose out of those three, it would have been the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, so not totally upset.
I mean, they're 5-2.
It's over 500.
They're 5-2.
Yeah.
You know, the Broncos got their first home win.
2-5.
So.
Oh, man, the post-game press conference with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
He reminds me so much of Bill Parcells. So this was the first game in 10 games where Broncos held the lead at halftime and won. Okay. They were 0-10 every time they had the lead at halftime. And the reporter goes, so Coach Payton, how does it feel to finally be over the hump of finally getting rid of that streak of losing every time from around? That was not my team. That is not mine. Dang. I'm just like, whoa, I thought once you're a Bronco, you're a Bronco. But he's like, I do not, that is not me. That is not us. You know,
like, why would you say the same thing about Matt Rule?
What's that?
Previous teams aren't his?
Oh, they're his. Once you're a Husker, you're a Husker.
Okay.
He's all in.
He's running him, though.
He's running the belly option, play action pass.
Yeah.
A throwback to yesteryear.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure people loved hearing that.
I did.
I know you did.
Made me happy.
I'm not surprised one bit.
Take all the knowledge you can get wherever you can get it.
Where's AD today?
AD, I know, is back in the state of Nebraska. He got in yesterday at about 12:30. However, he has made his way up to Omaha, Nebraska this morning, where he's speaking in Omaha. So.
Gotcha. Back tomorrow?
50-50.
Okay.
50-50.
50-50.
But I think Wednesday for sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, there you go. Yeah, huge shout out to Nebraska girls soccer as well.
Soccer.
They take home a share of the Big Ten championship. And so we'll talk plenty of that on the happy hour, because we're going to be joined by the goalkeeper, the goalie for Nebraska soccer, Sammy Hawk, will join me and Rico at 1:30. Yeah, I mean, Raff, it was a really good Saturday.
It was.
Right? Was it the prettiest thing on planet Earth? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Did it get the job done? It sure did. And Nebraska's here at 4-3.
Yeah. I mean, that's at the end of the day, like we were talking about, you just want to win the games. I mean, we know it's not going to be pretty. I mean, honestly, we know this. So when it does not come to fruition, it's not shocking. But that's just the brand of football Nebraska's playing this year. So you just kind of jump aboard. And
I think to an extent, like, there's no excuse for poor decision making and lack of discipline.
Yeah.
Like in Nebraska, they can play a clean game and it still be kind of ugly.
Yeah.
And I guess if you look on Saturday, you could argue that they somewhat did. 3 penalties all game long. Yeah. 3 penalties for 30 yards. I think Northwestern had 8 on Saturday. So I guess you could look at it that way. But man, I mean, here's the deal. Like, unfortunately, Nebraska's offensive line can't get a push.
Yeah.
There's some guys banged up on that offensive line now. I just think I mean, here's the deal. As Big Bird just pointed out, that's a game Nebraska usually loses.
Well, Nebraska, look at it. They almost played themselves out of the game in the first 2 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
And the defense, stepped up, kept Nebraska in the game. I was impressed by that. I mean,
yeah. Well, I think we're getting used to that.
Yeah.
As spectators, we're getting used to Nebraska's defense.
And more importantly, I think the defense is getting used to that. I think they've got that belief now that, hey, they can come in and stop people, which, usually I've just been impressed with Nebraska's defense this year from a tackling standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen those plays where they break a tackle and get into the second level and they take it all the way to, hitting their head off the goalpost. Seems like this year, they get out, they'll have a play, but Nebraska tackles and makes tackles. And that's huge. Just not giving up those big chunk plays. So
yeah, I think when you look at Nebraska's defense, what they've done really well is avoid giving up the big play. Now there were 2 against Northwestern, right, on the pass down the near sideline, and then also the run up the middle that was tracked down by Omar Brown.
Yep.
I'm like, Nebraska, for the most part, though, you can't think of in a game where Nebraska's given up chunk play after chunk play after chunk play. Now, obviously, the Michigan game is going to come to mind, but even in a game like that, like Nebraska was just dominated in all areas.
Yeah.
In the trenches, in the site, every part of it was dominated by Nebraska or by Michigan. So it's like you take it with a grain of salt, I suppose.
Well, I think the Michigan game, you just look back on that as the measuring stick. Nebraska had to play somebody of that caliber to see where they were at. I was upset that they got, thoroughly beat like they did, but at least you had a gauge to see where you're at, because it's tough watching the games for me, I'm just not sure, like watching Northwestern, they're not that good, but then you're like, well, they gave
who's not that good, Nebraska or Northwestern?
Northwestern.
Okay.
And you're like, you watch the Penn State game and they gave Penn State fits the first half. So you're like, okay, are they, where are they at? And the second half, not as well. And then it was Iowa. So it's tough to gauge, what kind of caliber.
Maybe I would say you can still judge what Nebraska's doing. Like this game and this Saturday, in my opinion, is more of what Nebraska does.
Yeah.
Because Nebraska's going to have more talent than maybe a lot of the teams in the Big Ten West.
Yeah.
It's just how they channel it, right?
Yeah.
And how they use it at times. Like if Nebraska goes out and they lose, and they had, 8, 9, 10 penalties on Saturday, and they have 3-4 turnovers, and they don't stop anybody on defense, then Nebraska's losing that game.
Yeah.
That's not a Northwestern win.
Correct.
That's a Nebraska loss. And so I think when you look at all these teams, like even against an Iowa, where they're technically they were a top 25 team before the debacle on Saturday against Minnesota. But that's what makes the Big Ten West so messy, is because it's a lot of teams that aren't, how should I say this, superior in talent. It's just whoever makes fewer mistakes wins the game.
Yeah.
And that sounds like such a generalized kind of type of comment.
But that's where we're at.
Like the analysis is not very deep on that comment. But if you truly think about it, that's why Iowa punts from when they're at midfield and there's 3 minutes left in the game.
Yep.
That's why Nebraska, or, that's why those types of decisions are made when they're made, is because that's the type of football that's played in the Big Ten West.
Yep.
You just have to figure out a way to control what you can control, because you know that the other team is not necessarily a top 5 team that's going to be perfect all game long.
Yep. And speaking of that Iowa game, I have to disagree with the early break guys. I did not see that as a fair catch.
Really? See, and I did, unfortunately.
Did?
I really did.
I went back and watched it, and I was just like, I thought the fair catch would be a discernible. I mean, gosh, I thought he was pointing at the ball.
I'm glad Bill said this, because this is what I was going to come in and say. When you see somebody pointing at the ball to get away, it's usually with 2 fingers. You see 2 hands. And what I would also, I mean, you see them where it's their point with both arms.
Yeah.
Not just one.
Yeah.
And then this is not a running motion. The circular motion with your arm is not a running motion. Was Cooper DeJean calling for a fair catch? Probably not. But I can understand why, from a technical standpoint, why it was called was because it was not a normal motion with the left arm when you're just running.
Yeah, I see that too.
I just
know if you were Nebraska and that same situation happened, there would be outrage.
Obviously, but Nebraska is also not the special teams type of program that Iowa is.
Yeah, good point.
Right? Like Iowa prioritizes special teams. They make it a big point of
Priority.
a big priority. You can't tell me that you haven't at least discussed something like that.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal, like Iowa, the Minnesotas, those types of programs, they rely on special teams plays.
Yeah.
They rely on not committing special teams blunders. And so was it by rule a fair catch? Yeah, probably. Was Cooper DeJean calling for the fair catch? Probably not. But I think, once again, like Bill said, when it's in the gray area, you somewhat have to consider it a fair catch.
Yeah. No, I just know I was trying to put myself in the situation if that was my team or if that was Nebraska and that had happened. I was sitting there. I was like, I understand why they did it, but then I'm like, it was like usually fair catch hand over, fair catch. Mm-hmm. Fair catch isn't this.
But then you also worry about safety, right? Because if it's not a fair catch,
NFL worries way too much about safety.
Well, exactly. And we saw it last night with the roughing the passer on Christian Wilkins. What I would also say is if Cooper DeJean was calling for a fair catch and it was just this motion where he had it yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And he gets drilled by a guy going down the field from Minnesota, then it's why didn't the refs blow it a fair catch? Why isn't that signal more?
No. And I mean, I didn't care one way or the other. I mean, I'll be honest.
No, you wanted Iowa to win, I see.
No,
it's fine.
I did not want Iowa to win, but I was just I tried to take myself and remove it and step back and look at it. And I was like, see, if that happened in Nebraska, it would be complete outrage. But it happened to Iowa. Too bad. So sad. Loss for you guys.
There you go.
All right. We're going to throw it to break. This is The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa. Beginning October 13th, customers can take advantage of great cash and financing options on hot spring spas. Get up to $1,000 off a new High Life Collection spa or $500 off a new Limelight Collection spa when you pay in full, or get 0% APR for 60 months when you finance. This amazing offer ends October 23rd. Visit them at 33rd and Pioneers to learn more on how you can fall for savings at Bonsall Pool and Spa. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln is kicking off October with Can-Am side-by-side specials all month long. Are you ready to rule the terrain on a 2023 Can-Am Defender, Commander, or Maverick? You call a play and score big with rebates up to $1,500 or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months. From an open road to the trails, there's a Can-Am side-by-side that's right for you, and Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has them all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer ends October 31st, 2023. Certain conditions apply. See dealer for details. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, They deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador. Select Plumbing. Jimmy John's. Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits. Fleet Feet. Yours Cheese Spread. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. That's a Nebraska Victory Monday. And with that, I think this segment right here should be the Stern Company segment. Stern Company provides solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. All you have to do is call Roger at 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern.co, Stern Company, where problems meet solvers. And today's question for Stern Company I have is, now that you will probably be the number one team in the nation, does John Cook change a little bit of the way he's coaching, or do you just continue rolling the way you are?
Come on, Raff.
Hey, I had to think of a question. That was my question.
Here's what I would say. Here's a question for you.
Because now you're the hunted.
Does it feel? And can we get Rico's attention by chance? Rico, probably not. Yeah, that glass is soundproof.
That glass is. I was knocking right next to his ear.
Here's what I would say. It feels like John Cook is enjoying the moment more than ever this year.
Well, I think, I feel like the last 4 or 5 years, I feel like he's just like he's more like you said, enjoying the moment. He's more like, I don't think 10 years ago, John Cook puts on a cowboy hat after the game.
It just looks like
he's having fun.
Well, yeah. And I bet part of that is the team. I mean, we hear it all the time about how close this volleyball team is, but it just feels like he is enjoying the moment more so than even in years past.
Yeah. But I don't know. Just
now, what does that mean? I don't know. But like, here's the deal. I mean, like the way that he handles press conferences are a little more light nowadays.
Yep.
The way that he celebrates victories.
Yeah.
It just feels like he's soaking everything up.
Yeah. And his demeanor, like his coaching right now. I mean, people could say I'm wrong, but it feels so much like Coach Osborne his last 5 years.
Oh, interesting.
It is so like, because Coach Osborne, his last 5 years, how they always talked about his sense of humor not being in his last 5 years, his sense of humor got to a point, where he would joke around with the Jason Peters and he would say, lines to the media but it just felt like, but then when he was with his team, it just felt like he was at another level from the mental standpoint of the game.
Yeah.
And he was able to, holy cow, Terrell Farley's here early.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
he was able to just make things clear to the team, communicate to his team. His communication skills amazing. The mental side of the game, and like even Coach Cook after the game, they kind of went into the locker room and talking about like the we believe. Did you? Yeah. I asked you guys before the game started. Did you believe? And then at the end he goes, "Do you?" And he's like, "Yeah, we did," because that game. I mean, it got to a point where you were like, oh, this looks like this is going back to Wisconsin.
I didn't think Nebraska was going to be able to come back. Nebraska was, I mean, there were some, and that's what made it so difficult against Wisconsin, is because they're so long and they're so tall that it makes it even that much more difficult for a ball to find the floor. Right.
Yep.
And so at that point, Nebraska obviously had a lot of hits out and over the block. Well, they're trying to hit fingertips. Like, that's one thing that if you're just a general volleyball fan, you might not realize is that they're intentionally trying to hit them a little higher just so it scrapes off the top of their fingertips and then goes out of bounds. Right. And so I think when you look at, Nebraska, frankly, the last point of the match, Harper Murray had herself an incredible fifth set. And when you look at just some of the people that are stepping up for Nebraska, there were times, Bergen Riley was incredible on Saturday night. And you had obviously Andy Jackson at times, and you had in the absence of Lindsey Krause. Like, we forget that Allie Batenhorst hasn't been a starter the entire season. She lost her job at times.
Yeah.
But she comes in against the number one team and has an unbelievable performance. It's the depth on this Nebraska squad is incredible. And I think what we saw on Saturday is Nebraska and Wisconsin are in a tier of their own.
Yeah.
If you want to, Nebraska will probably be undefeated going into Madison in the middle of November.
Well, that's where it would be cool to see that, but things change. Like, when you become the number one team in the country, you got the target on your back.
But this doesn't feel like a team that's gonna change anything.
Yeah, well, I don't think
they're always hunted.
I don't think it's so much for to a point. But man,
you can't tell me that when you're the number 2 team in the country, you're not hunted.
To a point, but it's not the atmosphere.
I don't know. I view them entirely.
I think road games now will turn into it'll be different just because they are number one.
Maybe. I think entirely, like, you look at the way Nebraska and Wisconsin handle their business, and it's pretty similar. Yeah. Wisconsin was able to win 30 straight sets as number one and going into Saturday's match. Like,
and it's just crazy to think with Nebraska's age.
I think you just control what you get, similar to football. Control what you can control. Yep. And at the end of the day, Nebraska usually is one of the best prepared teams out there.
Yeah.
And so,
they're so young, though. It's just so wild to think that they're
like, this isn't a new spot though for Nebraska volleyball.
It's where they're at. It's
so like, maybe I have too much confidence, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it's definitely it's a fun ride. It just go back to that volleyball day in Nebraska. It just feels like volleyball just went to a whole new level in Nebraska. I mean, it's always been popular. They've always had their sellouts. But now it's to a point now where the cube is, packed for the entire. I mean,
and it certainly helps that Nebraska football did their job earlier in the day.
Yep,
certainly
took care of business.
I did not think they would be able to pack over 9,000 into the Bob, but they did.
Hey,
and they were there.
As long as there's scaffolding, there's a way.
That's true. Of course.
All right, we'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415, or online at ambitionelectric.com. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln is kicking off October with Can-Am side-by-side specials all month long. Are you ready to rule the terrain on a 2023 Can-Am Defender, Commander, or Maverick? You call the play and score big with rebates up to $1,500 or financing as low as 1.99% for 36 months. From an open road to the trails, there's a Can-Am side-by-side that's right for you, and Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has them all under one roof at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer ends October 31st, 2023. Certain conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln. And with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily. And not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Nebraska Victory Monday. The streets are bright. The people are smiling. O Street is just...
Leaves are on the ground.
Just so happy. Oh, you hate leaves.
Hate them.
Hate leaves. Nick hates leaves.
Yep. They make the mulch all dirty.
Not a fan he is.
Not a fan.
All right. It's probably about that time.
Is it about that time?
For the two greatest words in sports. Now, punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
It's a catchy tune.
Yep. Get new material, they say.
No, not when you have that fine artistic display of musical sensation.
What you got for us, Raffy?
All right, 1921. The Green Bay Packers play their first APFA football game. It was the forerunner to the NFL, where they defeated the Minneapolis Marines 7-6 at Hagemeister Park in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So that was kind of like an NFL game before the NFL game, but looked like Green Bay was still beating Minnesota. So maybe Aaron Rodgers' great grandpa was the starter of that game or something.
I was a little disappointed that you skipped over something that happened in 1920.
Oh, bring it.
The Chicago grand jury indicts 3 people as the go-betweens in the Black Sox 1919 World Series baseball scandal. On this day.
You can't prove Joe Jackson did it.
Okay.
He led the series, batting average. Hit the series his only home run.
Nice.
Feel like I'm out on a tractor in Iowa right now talking to my young daughter
There you go.
as I build a baseball field where Sheila Joe will return back and dominate and play the game he loves.
Okay.
They should do a movie.
What else you got?
All right, I got it. I got another one here. I gotta skip up and find it. I found it just before we came back. 78 years ago today, Jackie Robinson signs a contract to play for the Montreal Royals, part of the Brooklyn Dodgers minor league farm system. October 23rd, 1945. Signed a contract with, I believe it was Branch Rickey. No, I think Branch Rickey was a commissioner, but signed with the Dodge to play, and then he eventually made his appearance in the major leagues. So
nice.
That was a huge day. And then I've got where should she go? Oh, yeah. 1964. Future undisputed world heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Smoking Joe Frazier, dominates German Hans Huber for an easy points win and a gold medal at the Olympics in Tokyo. So Joe Frazier on this day won a gold medal. So
nice. Go ahead.
Oh, go on. Bring it.
No, go.
I'm on
Please.
birthday, so bring some history if you got history.
I'm trying to find the most recent Nebraska football game to be played on October 23rd.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. If I was smart, I would have thought about this as we were in the break, but let's see. I mean, so go ahead and start with birthdays. We'll
All
figure
right,
this out.
birthdays. This is a big birthday right here. Born in 1869, John Heisman. He was the guy that he legalized the forward pass, and he originated the center snap. And of course, the Heisman Trophy is named after him. Speaking of Heisman Trophy, who's winning the Heisman Trophy?
It was if you would have asked me prior to Saturday, it was going to be Michael Penix. Right now, here's the deal. As much as it pains me to say, JJ McCarthy's in the lead.
JJ McCarthy for the win.
JJ McCarthy's in the lead. Can't put Caleb Williams in there.
Yeah. And then we have another birthday, born in 1940, sadly passed away last year. The greatest soccer player ever, maybe with some argument, Pele.
Nice. Yep.
And then concluding the birthdays, turning 61 years old today, the last player to do a drop kick extra point in the NFL. Do you know who it is?
I do not.
The Magic Flutie, Doug Flutie, 61 years old today. If you remember his last game with the Patriots, man, that was 15 years ago now.
Jeez.
Bill Belichick let him do a drop kick.
So, Raff, I found the last Husker football game to be played on October 23rd.
All right, I'm ready for it.
2010.
Oh, boy.
Nebraska travels to Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Oh, is this the high-scoring game?
This is the 51-41 win. I believe in this game, Oklahoma State was ranked 17th, and Nebraska was the top 15 team in the country.
Yep.
This is also the game that Eric Martin got kicked out because he almost, severely killed a man. And then how about this?
Yes.
Some of these names.
Oh, yeah. This is a great.
This was a fun game.
High scoring.
So I remember where I was watching this game.
Yep.
I was at the Heidelbergs.
Ooh.
On the north side of town.
North Heidelbergs. Yep.
I was at Heidelberg. Where were you at? Because now
I was at my sister's house in Omaha, around about 176th and Harrison.
It would have been pretty.
There was something going on that day.
It would have been pretty freaky if we were at the same place watching that game.
I cannot remember. There was something going on that day, and I can't. Oh, no, I don't remember. But there was something going on because I remember I had to be dressed up, and we were like dressed up and watching the game at her house. So
I remember it was a 2:30 kickoff. But once again, so this was October 23rd, 2010. Who was the receiver, Raff, that had 3 catches?
Wow.
For 62 yards and 3 touchdowns in this game.
Oh,
man. This is, I believe he wore number 84 for Nebraska.
Oh, Kinney, Brandon Kinney.
Brandon Kinney.
Yes.
Brandon Kinney went 3 for 62 and 3 touchdowns. Niles Paul led the way, 9 catches. I think he had a kickoff return for a touchdown or a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah, there was a lot going on that day.
Niles Paul, I can find it. Yeah, Niles Paul, 100-yard kickoff return in the first quarter. So there's that. But once again, Niles Paul led the way receiving, 9 catches, 131 yards. Mike McNeil was second on the team in
number 44.
5 catches, 61 yards. Kyler Reed had 2 catches for 58 yards and a touchdown. And then how about this one? Tyler Legate, 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
In the game, Roy Haleu with 12 carries, 42 yards. Rex Burkhead with 10 carries, 41 yards. And then this was when they did a fake punt, I believe. And Alex Henry ran it for 27 yards on a fake punt. And then or potentially on a fake field goal.
That game reminded me of a game where they came out and they said, we're not leaving anything.
Yeah.
We're bringing it all out today.
And so Taylor Martinez, though, in that game, 19 carries for 112 yards.
Yeah.
Here's a trivia question for you, Raffy.
Oh, boy.
At this time, Oklahoma State had the oldest quarterback in the entire country. Because I remember that was the statistic that was popped up on the screen.
Yes.
They had the oldest quarterback.
Yeah. Brandon Weeden.
Bingo. Brandon Weeden. So there you go.
Got it.
Number 14, Nebraska goes on the road. And in 2010, I would have been 9 years old watching it at Heidelberg's on North 27th Street. Joe B says I was at Heidelberg's with my boys watching that game.
Oh my
too.
God, you guys were there together.
That's incredible. Yep, I was watching Nebraska.
I'm guessing
Oklahoma State.
guessing they didn't buy you a shot.
Probably not. 9-year-old Nick probably would have had to say no to a shot.
Not today.
So anyway, unnamed texter says Eric Martin didn't get kicked out of the game. He later got suspended.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I know he got flagged on that play.
I think that was the game where Ed Cunningham probably called, and he was all over Eric Martin for being man.
Yeah.
Ed Cunningham. That's a name.
Mark May was at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Mad at Nebraska.
There was upset.
Mad at the world.
Everybody's mad because we're winning.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. Top 15 team in the country. Nebraska then improved to 6-1 with that victory.
Yeah.
So that's something we're gonna have to do every day for history. Find the last day.
They play it on the day.
On
and then
that
go
day.
for it.
October 24th. I can tell you already which one that is.
All right. We got to save it for tomorrow, though.
2020 Ohio State.
Oh, you can't tell it.
First game of the season of the COVID year.
Good times that was.
Was it 52-3?
It was a lot to a little.
It was a lot to a little. Luke McCaffrey had the touchdown. It wasn't 52-3. Yeah, because you had Luke McCaffrey come in and run for a touchdown, and everybody's like, "What? This is why we need a Luke McCaffrey playbook."
We're back.
Jeez, that's awesome. All right.
Oh, we also got an anniversary today.
Okay.
Shout out anniversary goes out to Scott Ritter and Allison Ritter celebrating 13 years of marriage. Scott's a friend of the station.
Yep.
Owns Mr. Good Sense.
Yep.
So happy anniversary to you two. I guess you both own Mr. Good Sense, but
we've gotten asked the question of who was Nebraska's first one loss in the 2010 season. That would have been hold on, I can tell you right now. So they would have lost to Texas the week before. This was when Nebraska, I believe, was this when Nebraska was 5th in the country? Nebraska was 5th in the country, and Texas came in and beat Nebraska at home the week before the Oklahoma State game in 2010. So there you go. The Texas Longhorns, Colt McCoy wouldn't have been there after 2009.
There's a lot of Heidelberg's people here back in the day.
Pro Heidelberg's.
Oh, Heidelberg's.
Now it's that Little Riskies or whatever.
That Heidelberg's out south used to be really big.
Yeah.
I think I only went there like twice, but oh well. All right. We'll throw it to break. We'll come back, talk some Husker football. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and man, do the October incentives get better. You won't want to miss this. Happening right now at Coppell, you have 0% financing or $6,500 off MSRP on select new half-ton crew cab pickups. Yes, you heard right. Happening right now until the end of the month. 0% financing or $6,500 off sticker price. Those incentives are the best we've seen this entire year. Hurry on in while supplies last. Just take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All offers include trade-in bonus and with approved credit.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. Fall for savings at Bonsall Pool & Spa. Beginning October 13th, customers can take advantage of great cash and financing options on hot spring spas. Get up to $1,000 off a new High Life Collection spa or $500 off a new Limelight Collection spa when you pay in full, or get 0% APR for 60 months when you finance. This amazing offer ends October 23rd. Visit them at 33rd and Pioneers to learn more on how you can fall for savings at Bonsall Pool & Spa.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. I'm Matt Knipe with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no two opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand that no two cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their pumpkin chai cream cheese, great with any bagel. Or have a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. And of course, an apple pie dirty chai latte. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Creekat, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Nebraska Football Victory Monday, Nebraska Volleyball Victory Monday. It's just victories all around Nebraska. The rise of Nebraska. I love it.
There you go.
All right, football, 17-9.
Yeah.
What stuck out for you, Nick?
I'm gonna try to go past just the defense, because I think a lot of us are going to say that the defense played, obviously they were the better side of the two, right?
Yep.
But what about the way that, man, Emmett Johnson? I would go with Emmett Johnson.
Yeah.
It was a bright spot because so he was the leading rusher at the end of the game. He outgained Heiner Carberg by 1 yard on the ground, I believe.
Yeah. Heinrich lost 4, so it made it 72 instead of 76.
And this is what I told DP during the post-game show, was that if you would have told us that there was a running back that would be at least close to, not even outgaining him, but at least close to Heiner Carberg and Nebraska's quarterback, I think we'd all be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't been that way. It hasn't been that situation a lot of the times, right? It's been Heiner Carberg with 21 carries and 115 yards, and then you have a 20-carry, 53-yard performance from Nebraska's running backs.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the thing that stuck out for me on offense was just that they amazed me how that, I mean, man, they go through a lot, but they continue to grind. They continue to fight. They find a way, like the Malachi Coleman touchdown pass. Mm-hmm. I mean, they found a way. I mean, they were not passing the ball well on Saturday. It was a battle, but when they needed it the most, they got it. So I guess for me, that was good to see. And I guess that was kind of the pass that what I've been saying, last week. I said it. I was like, if they could give Malachi a deep ball, just something to where he feels it and he sees it, this might be something to where we can get a few more of those, as the year progresses, because Nebraska is just one of those offensive teams right now that you're going to have a chance, I think, for maybe 2 or 3 like big chunk plays every game. And you've got to get those. Like the first play of the game, the interception, very ill-advised throw. I know that when they watched the tape today, they had 2 guys that were wide open on that play. They had the guy wide. He was running down the sideline wide open, and that's just stuff that you hope when they go back and watch the tape, that they'll be like, all right, you missed it, but here's what it is, so that. And then another thing that really surprised me was it surprised me that we did not see Jeff Sims.
I tweeted something out during the game after Heinrich's 2 INTs of, is Jeff Sims now the most popular player throughout Nebraska's fan base?
Oh man, stirring the drink, Nick.
Well, and I like that's where Nebraska's at though, because there's going to be plenty of time and plenty of debates about whether or not Nebraska's 2024 quarterback is on this roster.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But what I would say this, excuse me, Nebraska's staff has, to this point, whether it was with Jeff Sims or now whether it's Heiner Carberg is now 4-1 as a starter. Like that's the truth. He's helped Nebraska win all 4 of their games. To a certain extent, though, I wonder how loyal they are to their quarterbacks. Like, is it loyal to a fault?
Yeah.
We don't know necessarily quite yet, but we talked about it plenty of times last week. Do we see Jeff Sims if this offense needs a spark?
See, that's where I was at on Saturday. I was watching the first quarter and a half, and I was like, we need some sort of spark. And I was one, and I was like, this is a time where maybe you put Jeff Sims in for a possession or two. You're not saying, okay, this is it, you're done, Heinrich, go sit on the bench, but just put Sims in, just maybe just throw a little bit of a curveball in there, make a little bit of a change, progress from there.
It doesn't seem like this is the type of staff, though, to do that. It doesn't feel like this is the type, even if they say they are.
Yeah.
We haven't seen an instance on where they're like, we have certain packages and formations that we're going to use with this guy. Like, they've said it that they're not against using two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We just haven't seen any indication that they've even thought about it.
Yeah, no, but then, then it sort of paid off for Nebraska by not, making a switch, because now it shows Heinrich Harburg that, hey, we've got confidence in you, even if you come out and have a bad throw or two or three, that we're sticking with you, and he finds a way to win. I mean, he's gritty. I mean,
one thing I will say, I mean, Heinrich, there were a lot of throws that maybe Heinrich missed on, and like that's hopefully yesterday with film, like there's that piece of it
that can be corrected.
He sometimes zeroes in on a guy, like severely. And that's what happened on the second interception. First interception was just a poorly thrown ball. Second interception also was tipped. It probably should have been caught. And that's something I said in the post game.
That's what I said too.
That's something I said in the post game, was where Nebraska's receivers have to be able to help their quarterback out at times. Like they can't just, I mean, can you expect the throw to be on the money? Not all the time, probably. You expect it to be in the vicinity, but then at some point you need your wide receivers to step up and make catches, maybe when they're not the easiest catches to make. There was a moment when Nebraska was traveling towards the south end zone, so it would have been the second quarter potentially, and Malachi Coleman was all the way on the top. Thomas Fidone was in the slot, or on the left side of the line, I should say. They ran a pass play, and Heinrich Harburg zoned in on Thomas Fidone the entire time.
You definitely know that's his guy.
And Malachi Coleman was wide open, where he would have been able to take a step towards the sideline, and we know the type of speed that Malachi Coleman has. Now, what I want to be caution Husker fans with is this: Malachi Coleman is an incredible talent. I love his family. Craig and Miranda are great people. Craig comes in to get a coffee at the mill before the game on Saturday. It was great talking to him. So anyway, here's the deal, though. Meal Ticket says this: that last touchdown play was a beautiful play that Nebraska came up with. I bet it's Malachi Coleman's big break to give him confidence for the future. What do you guys think? Don't try to force something upon Malachi Coleman or any of these young receivers for that matter right off the bat. Right? Like,
well, I've already got him penciled in for freshman All-American.
Like, and here's what I'll say. I would rather it be take this wait and see approach, not because I don't think Malachi is going to be a talent. I think he's going to be a big help for Nebraska, especially in a season like this where there's going to be injuries and guys are going to be banged up in that wide receiver room. But I would caution Husker fans to wait and stop doing this whole he's the next best thing. Because then
Nick, this is Nebraska.
I understand that, but that pressure is not always the best thing for the athlete.
No, I saw it kind of like I kind of predicted it. I think that with Malachi and with the receivers, you can scheme, you can like that play, play action off the option. Could have shown the option a little bit more. That was just me, but I really didn't notice it at the time when they said it was the Billy option. But but you can do that. Give them a shot. Give them a shot or two at each game.
I was thrilled. I loved we got asked on the text line just a couple minutes ago about Marcus Satterfield. And don't get me wrong, like I'm thrilled and real excited for the future of Malachi Coleman and Jaden Dawson. I am pumped for that. But we can't
saddle. We have to
be
All-American
careful.
expectations after one catch.
Bingo. And so, hey, listen, if he starts this big streak of incredible play and successful play,
then yeah, that's fine.
Confidence continues to
warranted.
build.
Yes, it's warranted.
Yep.
Right. But we can name a lot of people that Nebraska fans have just crowned, right, and put these unruly expectations on. Then hurt and hindered the athlete rather than helping them. Right.
I will say another thing about Malachi that it was cool to see.
Yeah.
He was putting his nose out there. He was making some blocks on the perimeter.
Yeah.
Which that was one of the things that I kind of had that question mark, but usually just being a young guy, coming from, Lincoln East, where mostly, he was the center point, running the deep routes, so much on, but he was going out there and sticking his nose in there and, blocking on the perimeter. So I liked seeing that. And I agree with you. You don't go overboard. I mean, it was one catch, it was a great catch, you got the touchdown, but now this is the thing, you've got to build, you got to keep on. You're nowhere to where you want to be.
And this is not us saying Malachi believes that he's like arrived. Like that's not what we're saying at all. I want to preface that with we're not saying that at all. This is more towards the fan base. So Aaron asked earlier, doesn't it seem like when Satterfield tries to outsmart the other team instead of just imposing our will, things go wrong? Like passing on the first play of the game. Shouldn't we be setting the tone for our running game? That's something interesting. I was not against the decision to throw on the first play of the game. Yeah. I wasn't.
Well, from a scheme, like me personally, I'd probably be like run the ball, but the play call that was played, the call that was made, it was the perfect call because there were guys wide open. It was just a wrong choice on the throw.
Exactly, because Nate Borgature was running wide open up the far sideline. What I would say with the play call in Nebraska, I was okay with it because Nebraska had a lot of inexperienced guys in there that were just thrown into the fire because they had to be. Get them like hit. Like that's where I'm at. Is like get them some balls and get them hit.
Yep.
Right? Like get that first or second hit out of the way, get them accustomed to what's going on, and then it's showtime. Nebraska, Aaron, I would be more inclined to say just run the football on the first play of the game, because if Nebraska was averaging, 300 yards a game with their running backs, and that's obviously over exaggeration, but if Nebraska's running back room had a 1,000-yard rusher in here, then I would say, impose your will. If Nebraska was in Iowa where they're inept to throwing the ball, right? Then certainly.
Oh, man. Oh, Fred Nut Hoiberg, you crack me up. I love your football history there.
Are you going to share?
No.
Okay. So once again, I was okay with throwing the ball because there were a lot of inexperienced guys out there. And like Raff said, there was a wide open guy on the play. But it was another instance of Heinrich Harburg, unfortunately, zeroing in on Thomas Fedoni and missing Nate Borgature.
And another thing, I think there was a text in here from Al. I think it was Al. Yeah. I'm going to go with Al on this too. Nebraska running out of the I formation. I think they need to be in the I formation more. And I know people are going to be like, well, it's just I formation. No, I think Nebraska runs better out of the I formation. I think when they have that fullback in there, I think it alleviates a little bit. Well, if an offensive lineman does whiff on the play where the fullback can take him out, and it gives you a chance to get your back going downhill. So
we have to understand, though, the situation. Nebraska didn't necessarily have the right personnel to run out of the I formation up until Saturday. Barrett Liebentritt came back healthy after missing a few games.
He's a good player.
He's the better of the blocking fullbacks that Nebraska has. Janarian Bonner he's a physical guy, but we forget that Janarian Bonner moved from wide receiver to fullback / tight end type of role, that hybrid. And he's definitely more of a size of a tight end. So, right, you want to ask the guys to do what is going to suit them best. And lining up Janarian Bonner as a traditional
blocking fullback, not it.
Is not necessarily it. Barrett Liebentritt was able to play on Saturday, and we saw more I formation. And he played with that big giant brace on his right elbow. So I think like that's important to also, you can't just throw a guy that's very undersized in there and expect it to work. So that's something to also keep in mind, that why we maybe haven't seen as much I formation recently.
But I think it's a very advantageous for the running game to have a fullback in there, especially where we're at right now, because it seems like sometimes when we don't have that fullback in there, and one lineman blows the play, and then it ends up blowing the entire play up. At least the fullback gives us a little bit more insurance. So,
yeah. So, I mean, it was a good weekend, though. I mean, Nebraska football, they get the win.
Amazing weekend.
And here's the deal. They have another opportunity on Saturday. It's now fully on to Purdue. We'll hear from Matt Rule later today as well. And we're about to find out what Nebraska, if they can put together a 3-game winning streak. Like, the vibes in Lincoln are high.
Yep.
Even though it's just a 4-3 ball club, like, the vibes in Lincoln are high, and rightfully so.
OG CJ, I agree with you. Great weekend. Husker football, volleyball, Broncos, women's soccer.
Yeah.
Finally, the sun comes out in Lincoln, Nebraska.
There you go.
All right, we'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their pumpkin chai cream cheese, great with any bagel. Or have a pumpkin chocolate chip muffin. And of course, an apple pie dirty chai latte. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
It's football season, and that means coaches everywhere are busy making game plans. I'm Matt Knipe with Liberty Law Group. Teams make game plans because no 2 opponents are the same. At Liberty Law, we understand that no 2 cases are the same. Whether facing a DUI, criminal charge, or you were injured and it wasn't your fault, we tailor our legal game plan to meet your unique needs. We are relentless trial attorneys serving all of Nebraska. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. That's libertylawnebraska.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krekak, at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you. When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearshin Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearshin Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff, who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Florial's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Florial's, get there. Amazing place. Great food. Great wine.
Shout out to Bess.
Bess. All right, Nick.
All right, what's up?
Detroit Lions, what happened yesterday? What's your recap? What happened?
I think the defense struggled to get pressure. It was a really good job by the Baltimore offensive line. And that's like a shocking thing because Aiden Hutchinson to this point has looked every bit of a number 2 overall pick that he was. And so I think unfortunately now when you look at the Detroit Lions, David Montgomery's out. They asked a lot more of Jahmyr Gibbs over the weekend as well. The Baltimore was able to, with I believe Marlon Humphrey, was able to shut down Amon-Ra St. Brown for the most part. Sam Laporta wasn't as big of a contributor as he normally is. I just think there were at times Detroit was just unable to get some pressure on Lamar Jackson, and Lamar started the game I think like 11 for 13 through the air.
Yeah.
So you just ran into a Baltimore team that this season has been really good in the first half. They've just lost a lot of games. They've blown a lot of leads.
Yep.
And so I think they have the most blown leads, like touchdown or more blown leads since 2022.
Yeah.
And so since the start of last year. And so When you just look at Nebraska or the Detroit Lions, they just didn't have enough of a high-powered offense on Sunday. And without a workhorse like the David Montgomery or like we saw with last year with Jamal Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs isn't necessarily that type of guy, type of running back.
No.
And so, you lose some.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Ravens progress because it looks like OBJ starting to get his legs back underneath him. He had a few big catches. Looks like Lamar is starting to, you scramble a little bit more, get outside the pocket. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
The Denver Broncos, though, Raff.
Hey,
I thought so. They were up.
Oh yeah,
they were up comfortably,
16-3.
Yeah, and then I look at the ESPN app and I see, wait, it's 17-16.
Surprise!
What happened?
Well, defense got a little bit leaky. The offense wasn't scoring touchdowns. I mean, Denver could have probably put that game out of hand in the first quarter and a half. They would have scored touchdowns instead of field goals. But an interesting play on that. There was a touchdown pass, and Patrick Surtain went up. I did not know this rule, which I thought I knew most everything.
Of them, yeah.
But when an offensive player and a defensive player go up and they both come down with the ball, I've always thought the offense usually gets, possession of it, unless the Fel Mary up in Seattle back a few years ago with the Packers. However, there's a rule that if the offensive guy and the defensive player go up in the air and they possess the ball at the same time, the player whose feet come down first, technically possession of the ball.
Really?
So Gene Steratore comes back after the touchdown because I had no question. I caught it both at the same time. I was like, they're going to give it to the offense, Green Bay touchdown, which I was like, that's part of the game,
Yeah, it was a good
touchdown,
catch.
Green Bay, even though Surtain had his hands on the ball at the same time. Well, Gene Steratore comes in and goes, yeah, I think they made it a mistake here. I think that should have been a Broncos interception. I'm like, what? He's like, well, because they possessed the ball and his 2 feet came down and knee came down to the ground first before the offensive player, it should have been the Broncos ball.
That's exceptional.
I never heard of that before.
I will say, I also thought last night on Sunday Night Football, and I can't remember who the NBC in-game official is or broadcast official. Somebody on the text line will know exactly who I'm talking about. The NBC Sunday Night Football guy, not their version of Gene Steratore, right?
Yep.
I appreciate him a lot more than maybe even the other ones.
Yeah.
Because he is not afraid to say that they got it wrong.
Yeah. Steratore has been pretty good about that this year too.
There were multiple times last night in the yes.
Right.
In last night's game with the Dolphins and Eagles, there were multiple times where they were bringing him in and he was like, that should not have been a roughing the passer. That should not have been that should have been a pass interference. That should have been a face mask. There were multiple times throughout that game last night where he came in and said that the officiating was not in the right.
Yeah, and then Kareem Jackson yesterday, he got thrown out of the game for another hit. I will say this with the NFL is I've tweeted it out a few times where not all bad hits are bad hits.
Yeah.
Like this hit was he caught him. Like he came down. However, when you go back and watch the tape, I mean, if you want to throw in sportsmanlike a defenseless receiver, it's so close because you're telling a guy you need to break up the pass. He hit the guy, he hit him with his shoulder.
Yep.
But he got thrown out of the game. And I was just like, man,
we've also though seen, I think to an extent, those are things that the referees know going in. Certain players, and Kareem Jackson has had some rough situations this season already.
So I was sitting there, I was like, if you want to give him the 15 yards, I get that. But to throw him out of the game, I was like, that was way too, especially when it wasn't even helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah.
It was his shoulder.
Well,
but I was like, you got to do what you got to do.
I was going to say, did you see the hit by Devon Witherspoon at the Seahawks game? Man, so the 5th overall pick from last year's draft, he was the Broncos' 5th overall pick. That's who the Seattle Seahawks ended up taking him. Devon Witherspoon from Illinois last year. He pursued a guy in the flat and absolutely lit him up. I believe it was Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
Lit him up. Raff, I'll show you the clip during the break. and it's a 100% legal hit, and they allowed it to be a legal hit. I mean, it looked violent, it looked physical, and it looked illegal in real time.
Yeah. That's what
but if you slow it down, they did a really good job of letting him play because he completely hit him with the shoulder right in the shoulder as well.
Well, that was like the Kareem Jackson hit. I was like, it looked, when it happened in real time, it looked violent. I was like, oh no, what have you done? But then when you go back, he never launched, he used his shoulder, but they're like, oh, defenseless receiver. But I was like, well, you're being paid to break up the ball. So then he ended up getting thrown out. And then also want to say the Steelers.
Yeah.
Offense kind of came to life a little bit.
Najee Harris finally scores a touchdown.
Who do they show more on television? Taylor Swift or Matt Canada?
Oh,
it's
Taylor
like
Swift, probably.
It is back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, the graphics are getting out of hand with the Chiefs games.
Oh my!
The ESPN social
left
media
up to his own devices.
Yeah.
What are you?
Well, it
talking
was
about?
like at the receiving yards after Taylor Swift started attending games is up like 50-some yards.
But hopefully, what can happen over this next week is now that Jackson Mahomes is back in the picture.
Yeah,
I just see a big rift coming.
Well,
the Chiefs are going to just fall apart due to Jackson Mahomes.
I don't know. The Chiefs look really good.
Yeah, they do.
They look really good.
Yeah.
That defense has also that defense is not the slight that we saw over the last couple of years.
Do you think that maybe
they've got some really good young
Do you
pieces?
think maybe we should create a secret handshake like Brittany and
Should
Taylor?
we?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe we should wear bracelets too that say that have the number on it.
Yeah.
When I saw that post on social media from ESPN of a zoomed in Taylor Swift bracelet, I thought, okay, this has gone way too far. But hey, I understand. You have to cater to your fans. I get it. All right, Raff, we got Raff's Good Take coming up next, my man.
All right, we'll throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7. That take it.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Okay, everybody, ready to go caroling?
Are the people in your neighborhood nice?
Oh, you bet. Well, everybody except
Mr. Carpenter.
Now, come on, Jim. He's just a little cranky.
Are you kidding? Last year, he chased us down the street with a rake.
I'm sure he was just having a bad day. Now, here's his house. Everybody smile and get ready to run.
Well, hello, everyone. It's so great to see you all.
Are you okay, Mr. Carpenter?
Oh, yes. I just bought a bunch of Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets. Until January 3rd, 2024, when you enter non-winning holiday tickets online, you have a chance to win $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000. Talk about a classic little Christmas. In fact, I'm so merry, I'd like to give you all some tickets.
Oh, what a nice gesture, Mr. Carpenter. Is there anything we can do for you?
Yeah, shovel my driveway. And don't sing.
Top prize odds vary by game.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402 560-6197.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We're wrapping up our Monday episode of Nebraska Victory Monday. It's been a fun, quick show.
We'll hear from Matt Rule later today.
Oh, Coach Rule.
We'll have plenty of sound bites for you over the rest of the week. Obviously, coordinators tomorrow. And then Matt Rule one final time on Thursday before Nebraska versus Purdue. 2:30 kickoff once again this upcoming Saturday against the Boilermakers. Boilermakers, just a quick little preview. First year head coach. Ryan Walters is a member of the Purdue Boilermakers. He's leading the Boilermakers this year. Was the Illinois defensive coordinator last year. And then they have a transfer quarterback in Hudson Card, who is the transfer from Texas.
He's been around for a while.
He has.
Did you see that? Oh gosh, what? Bo Nix.
What about it?
He started his NCAA record 54th or 55th consecutive or 55th game, the most ever by a college quarterback.
That's crazy.
He played against Justin Herbert.
No way.
His true freshman year.
Yeah.
And Herbert's already started 55 games in the NFL.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
He's on the 7-year plan.
Yeah,
And there's
Justin
nothing
Herbert.
nothing wrong with that, Bo.
There
The
you go.
7-year plan is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Stay forever.
Speaking from a fellow 7-year.
Stay forever. That's
There
what
you
I've
go.
always said.
All right, Raff, you ready for a good take?
I'm ready. Bring it.
All right, let's hit it.
It's time for Raff's good take. It's time for Raff's good take. It's time for Raff's good take right now.
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's good take. It's kind of like a Raff's good story. My sister put me onto this story.
Okay.
Pretty cool. The Nebraska Humane Society.
Yeah.
So the Nebraska Humane Society had this doggy, and his name was Brett Michaels. And lo and behold, the real Brett Michaels, or the human Brett Michaels, called the Nebraska Humane Society, and it looks like Brett Michaels, the dog, is going to live with Brett Michaels, the human.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool story. I just thought Raff's good take. You had to start off a Monday with a really cool story like that. And if you are looking for like an animal or anything like that, Nebraska Humane Society is always a good place to go. Great people there. It's fun to go, sometimes go visit, but the problem is when you visit, you want to take them home and make
Raff
sure
doesn't have room for a dog?
Yeah, make sure you're set for a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nebraska Humane Society, Brett Michaels, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Doggy Brett Michaels, enjoy your new home.
There you go.
It's been sorry.
No,
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna say
bring it.
it was a really good weekend. Just to recap once again, I mean, Nebraska football, Nebraska volleyball, and Nebraska soccer, they go home co-Big Ten champions after a 2-1 win yesterday. So it's going to be a really good day.
All right.
It's a happy Monday.
Yeah, it's a very happy Monday. Wins on wins on wins. Keep on stacking wins, Nebraska. It's been a great show. Thanks for listening. Raff's Roadies Unite. We will talk to you tomorrow. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design,